G'day, fellas, and welcome to game number 3 of Outback Octagon 3. Damn, it feels good saying that. It is lovely to be able to say Outback Octagon again. It's been so long. It's been so long. I haven't played an Outback Octagon for a while. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have got an absolute stellar lineup for you this evening. We're playing on the map Rigged Chaos. So if you'd like to download it, go check it out. It is a bit chaotic. It is a bit rigged. I don't know who it's going to be rigged in favor of, but we will undoubtedly find out shortly. Is there anything I should say before we get into it, before we introduce the players? Probably not. Let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, in the north of the map, in the color green, playing as Joan of Arc, representing Team United Kingdom. Sorry, it's not Team United Kingdom. It's Team Poland. It's Mattis. He doesn't have 2 kings. He's actually got Joan of Arc and a second, or a king. Yeah. So there's 2 monarchs here. All right. Let's check in over on the east side of the map in the color yellow, representing Team Serbia, playing as the English. It's Beasty. To his south in the color red, playing as the Rus in red. Representing Team United Kingdom, it's Myriad. To his south, in the color orange, playing as the Mongols. Representing Team Germany, it's My Insanity Zeron. To his south, a little bit further, also representing Team Germany. You don't want to take each other out. I mean, you probably could take each other out, but anyway. Playing in the color teal as the Ottomans. Incredible role in that civilization. It is Crackety here. In the color blue, playing as the Holy Roman Empire, arguably the best civilization for FFA that there is. Representing Team Turkey, it's Sass. In the west of the map, in the color purple, with arguably the best spawn he has ever had in an Outback Octagon in existence, playing as the Japanese. Coming in from Team America, if you know it, say it. It is Give You Anxiety! USA! 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 It is so great to have him back. I'm excited for it. I tell you what, this guy is an absolute staple of the Age of Empires community, and it is such a pleasure to have him here. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's got in store for us today, because this is objectively his best spawn ever. I don't think we've ever seen a GUA spawn this good before. Every GUA spawn I've seen, okay, imagine this is a town center, and imagine this is GUA's town center. That's GUA's spawn in every single FFA game he's ever played. Today, it's different. Today, he gets a lot of space over here, so I'm excited to see this. But last, and definitely not least, in the color pink, representing Team Canada, on the Ayyubids, it's Wham 01. Ladies and gentlemen, they are our players for today. It is bound to be a very action-packed game. The meta that we're seeing is definitely shifted towards a little bit more aggression in the early game. We're seeing a lot of cavalry out on the map, so expect to see civilizations that are focused on cav excel in this environment. Civilizations like the Rus, very, very strong with the cavalry. Civilizations like Joan of Arc, as an example, also quite good with the cav. So expect to see these civs do very well today, but also expect to see civs like the Japanese do quite well. Mounted Samurai, of course, one of the best cav units, especially in the Castle Age. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to how these guys, how they were picked for the Outback Octagon 3, there's a whole bunch of different things that we weighted them with, but every single one of these guys is an Outback veteran. They've been here before. They know the rules. So that's part of the reason why they were invited. The other reason that they were invited is because each of them will create content or has content that they create, and they're active in the AoE 4 scene. So I'm going to leave a link in the description to every single one of them and where you can watch them live, whether that be over on Twitch or whether you can watch them over on YouTube. It depends which one they prefer as to which one I'll link, but I'll leave that down there. So if there's a strategy that you like the look of, or, you know, you're from Germany and you like Germans and, you know, Zeron seems pretty cool, you can go check out his stuff. It's all going to be down there for you. So make sure you go check him out, give him some love. Let's get into it, because the age ups are starting to come through. We'll be riding on board with Beasty early on in this game, as he definitely comes in a hot favorite. If you had to give advantage to one player in this game, despite his proximity to Myriad, you'd have to say Beasty's in a pretty good spot here. He's got plenty of room towards his back. Not a whole lot of resources out here, but lots of room to expand. and doesn't really need to worry about Mattis in the north. It definitely feels like Mattis would be a bit more worried about Wham than he would about Beasty. He's got quite a bit of distance between him and Beasty, so I suspect that's going to be the case. Let's take a look over at GUA, though, and see how he's doing, because early on in this game, we have got a GUA that is looking to take his sweet time with his age up. It's coming through slowly. Don't worry, he's getting there. Feudal age is starting to come through. We see Crackety aging up. Sass also going to be aging up as well. Both of these guys could look at a potential castle age. Of course, the Holy Roman Empire, one of the best castle age civs there is. Don't be surprised if we see 4 or 5 vils on gold. What do we got? 4 vils on gold at the moment. Probably going to be rallying another one there shortly. And he will be looking to take big advantage of the relics that have spawned to the north. Now, when it comes to relic... it is rigged. That is absolutely rigged. Have a look at that. How many relics do you see? How many relics do you see on that minimap? Can we just count them right now? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. That is insane. For an FFA with 8 players, like on Mega Random, you don't get that. On Mega Random, you get like at most 9. Maybe in a good spawn, you get 10. That is absolutely insane. Wow. This is going to be a good game right now for the Relic Enjoys. We can say that much. Let's check in and see how GOA is doing in the west of the map. The age up is coming through. It's going to be the Kura Storehouse, looking to play it a little bit safely here. Whammo 1, he's going to have to make a decision about which way he goes, whether he decides to play it economically or whether he says, maybe we'll do a little bit of fighting. But I think it's going to be castle age timing for him. With the Dervish already out this early, it seems only mandatory for him to be going up to the castle age. Probably going to be looking to go up with the economic wing, move into a bit of relic collection at the same time, look at a potential kill on somebody. I think that's going to be a smart move for him. Speaking of smart moves, second town center going to be coming up for Beasty already on the gold. Now, I will ask Beasty this question. Beasty, you've already got 1 town center on the gold. Why do you need 2 town centers on 3 golds? This is absolutely insane. Like, if you wanted gold security, my friend, you have absolutely got that until the mid-game. But to be fair, there's really nowhere else that this is a better position. This is a great little spot he's got here. Absolutely snug in. Can get a nice wall across here. Keep it defensive if he wants. Town center obviously secures the wood line. Very happy camper. Meanwhile, to his south, it looks like we've got a Golden Gate. It's been a while since we've seen one of these. Golden Gate coming up strong here. Myriad, at the moment, doesn't look like we've got a whole lot of resources in the bank. I don't see a second TC, and... oh, he is going for a second TC, actually. He's bought some stone. He's bought stone and he got arrow slits? I don't know where that extra stone went. Anyway, we got ourselves a little bit of a boar lure coming in. Beasty, he pulls the boar as the English. There's no time for farms here, my friends. It is only time for the boars, utilizing those natural resources. And let's take a look down here on the south as we've got double stable openings here from Zeron. Now, keep in mind that there are extra points for First Blood. First Blood is very, very important in this game because you get extra points. You also get extra points if you kill someone while you're in the Dark Age or in the Feudal Age. Once you reach the Castle Age, however, the points that you receive for a kill are reduced. It's not as strong as it used to be. So there is definitely an incentive for you to look to attack people early and to go for kills early. However, you need to be cautious to not neglect your economy, or you may see people outscale you. Now, speaking of scaling, we see Myriad looking to do a little bit of scaling here with his second town center getting placed down. Keep in mind, Beasty already got his second TC down and brought the boar in. What does that mean? That means that normally for an English fast castle, you're going to be doing 2 things. You're going to be transitioning to your farm, and you're going to be slowly collecting that gold in. The main focus is getting off the sheep and getting onto farm. So you have a lot of vills on wood. Beasty doesn't have that problem. Beasty's got plenty of food underneath this town center right here. And as a consequence, it means he's going to have a very competitive age up time, especially compared to a Rus player who went a Golden Gate double TC opening. This could be trouble. Let's check in over on that south side as the Keshik number continues to build, though. We'll keep an eye on Beasty as the scouting continues by Wham of GUA. He's making sure that he knows exactly what he's up to. And there's the Castle Age coming through, and it is indeed going to be those 7 vills that pop out. Naturally, the relics are now going to start being picked up. First one, already clicked. Second relic, already clicked. Looking to bring them in and unite them like the Dragon Balls. Calling them all his own. He's gone for a triple stable opening. Absolutely lovely to see. Pretty nice competitive age up time here as well prior to that 11-minute mark. We now hear Beasty is going to go up, and it's going to be the White Tower. No real surprise there. I mean, this is a staple of FFA. It's such a good landmark. It offers you production. It offers you protection. It offers you practically perfection. I was trying to find a couple of other P's I could put in there for my perfectly placed P placement. Sorry. You guys get the picture. It is a really good landmark. And Beasty's going to be feeling very good about himself here. I've got a sneaky suspicion he's just going to roll over the top of Myriad, though. I think Myriad might be a little bit too far behind. I mean, to be fair, actually, he is about to click up, though. He is about to click up, so perhaps it's not all over. The issue that you're going to have, though, is that the production from the White Tower is significant, and you cannot discount that. Let's check back in on Wham and see how he's doing. You can hear those scouts calling out. Mattis' scout. We're over in Beastie's base, and we can hear Mattis' scout calling out across the map. You can still hear them down here now. Oh, it looks like we might have some professional scouts in the back. Meanwhile, Zeron is looking for a kill. Anything he can find. Looking to try and do a little bit of damage on the backside. It's always tough staying in the feudal age, because you've got to remember a big power spike coming in from the castle age is that you can now locate the enemy kings. So it reveals a whole bunch of the map that you didn't know about before. And as a result, it means that Zeron can't really pick off people, doesn't really know about people, doesn't have a whole lot of information. Already we start to see that king looking to put on pressure. I didn't actually see Beasty utilizing the king with early pressure at all in the early game. Maybe I just missed it, or maybe he was just garrisoning it in the town center, looking to try and bide his time, not wanting to sort of make enemies, perhaps, is the better way to say it, or, you know, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what his plan was, but have a look at this. Oh, it's a high trade house. Does Beasty know? There's no scouts down here, so technically he doesn't know. But where are the big wood lines? Like, the big wood lines are over here. And if he knows about the second TC, he should know that there should be a high trade house nearby. But it's not going to matter. The age up will come through. Vills are going to start going down, though. Beastie going to be cleaning it up. Meanwhile, over towards the west side, there's more damage looking to be done. Spear's going to be able to repel the orange cavalry from the south. Zeron running away. And it looks like we've got knight numbers starting to build now for Myriad. So, is the steamroller of Beastie going to be able to push over Myriad? Or is it going to be a little bit more of an uphill battle? We'll have to wait and see how it plays out for him. How many relics have we got in the hands of Wham-O1 at the moment? It's just going to be 3 relics for now. Still a pretty good amount. Meanwhile, down on this south side, there are 5 relics to be had. Can we talk a little bit about Sass? He's been very quiet. Sass very quiet down here in this south corner, and you can see Beastie going to be revealing everybody and their cousins. See how they're doing. And oh no, the trebuchet's going to get caught. Ville's trying their best to repair. The repair come through, but the treb goes down. Big victory right there for Myriad, delaying the inevitable push coming out from Beastie on the English with that lovely little pickup. The Ville's unable to keep it alive. Very well timed there from Myriad. And he's going to be in a tough spot now as he's got 1 less trebuchet. Meanwhile, speaking of trebuchets, we've got a bit more siege coming up here on the north side. GUA. Oh, GUA. How are we doing it back here? We got some spears. Okay, all right, okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 Raxes in the back. We got some hardened spearmen, but we got some hardened problems as well. A lot of camel lancers looking to come through here. You can see the Yorishiro. Looks like it might get taken out. Does he manage to tap it, put it in? And he looks like he loses it. It goes to waste. Unable to throw it into the racks. Spear's now going to get caught on the backside. I think he had a couple down the bottom here. No, I think that might be all of them. GUA going to be doing his best to try and survive. Meanwhile, over on that east side, battering ram now is also coming out. Keep in mind, you can make that from the White Tower. And it is just an absolute cleanup over here. GUA trying his best to keep his head above water. But there are so many damn octopus out here. Just pushing that damn head down. It is tough. He opened with a nice little water strategy. Had the deep water fish, but there just wasn't a whole lot to invest in there. Meanwhile, more and more units continue to add up for Beastie over on this side of the map. Up towards the north, though. Mattis? He's just chilling. He's 2 Ts. Oh, Mattis is looking very good. He's got it on food. 60 food at the moment. Mattis is in a good spot. I also like the position of Sass. I think Sass is in a great spot as long as those relic counts can continue. He's up to 2 at the moment. Meanwhile, we have trouble in Paradise conversion attempt. It's going to be denied. Doesn't get it off. Meanwhile, Town Center still standing strong. So many cavalry units here. You can see he's got the camel lancers. And just at this stage, GUA, he's on 39 Vills compared to Wham, who's on 51. So quite a bit of difference between these two. Also got the relics in the back pocket. Can't really move into mounted samurai either because the camel lancers do quite well against them. So going spears here, 100% the right call. Looks like the Shinto priest will get out of there. Whether he hands it over to the barracks or not is going to be a different matter, but Beasty now with the numbers. The king comes through, triple battering ram as he very intently comes through. Look at the amount of damage on those vills. Mangonel's shot comes in, but the vills are unfortunately inside. Meanwhile, towards that west side, GUA, despite having one of the best spawns he's ever had in this Outback Octagon entire series, all 3 seasons of Outback Octagon, this is one of his best spawns. Still looks like it might be a sub 20-minute game for him, the poor guy. He just can't catch a break, really. It is so tough for him. But speaking of catching breaks right now, Beasty not going to be given any breaks over to Myriad as all the vills jump out. It looks like a bit of a siege going to be coming through here. Manages to take advantage of the fact Beasty has evacuated the dance floor. I've been infected a little bit by the sound. Don't worry, it wasn't what I thought it was. The king, 300 health, 200 health, 100 health. It's on the field, and GUA says goodnight, sweet prince. It was a sad state of affairs. And GUA is the first player eliminated from the game. USA up in flames. But don't worry, guys. You've still got... I mean, Wham is kind of like from the USA, kind of. But whether it happens or not, I mean, it's the same thing. And Beasty gets the second kill of the game, but keep in mind, it's not bloodlust. It's not first blood. I call it bloodlust because I played Hon, and that was, you know, when you get the first kill, it'll go bloodlust. Oh man, I still reminisce about Hon and how great it was. That was such a great game. Man, I tell you what, I could go for some Soul Stealer right now. Or Puppet Master. Like, only 3% of my audience will get the references that I'm making right now. But it's for you, 3%. It's for the little guy. It's for the little guy out there. Imperial Age now going to come through here for Zeron. Also dropping a second town center at the same time. This is impressive stuff. You know the craziest thing for me about Hon, Heroes of Newerth, was its netcode. Dude, that was the first game I could play on American servers at 240 ping, and it felt like I was playing on 0 ping. It was incredible. It was amazing. Like, they were just so ahead of their time. And, you know, we still play Age of Empires, and we still have, you know, input lag. I literally have input lag baked into my game so that it makes it fairer for everybody else. Yeah, you know how I feel about that. Anyway. Oh, gosh. Let's check in on the south side. Crackety's looking to play defense of the Crackety. He is walling up like a madman. Let's say that much. Meanwhile, we got some leaders starting to build in the lobby here. Beasty and Wham, both with 1 kill. Obviously, Wham going to be picking up a few more points. And Wham, I'm going to be honest with you. You got 99 problems, and this wall is definitely going to be one of them. I mean, I respect it. I just don't know if it's going to work though. Like, these are really optimistic walls. Like, what do you think is up here? Does Wham not know that there's literally a player sitting here? Mattis is just like twiddling his thumbs, and Wham's like, I'm just gonna wall. I'm just gonna put a wall down over here. You will not pass. Nobody else shall pass. This is mine. But speaking of mine, take a look at the land down at the south. It is quite rare to find people so close in proximity, yet so willing to share land with each other. Normally by this stage, they would have started sending cruise missiles at each other, but it seems like it is not the case. King is on the move, though. Have a look at this. Wham getting a little bit more distance between that main base and the king. Perhaps thinking a little bit about getting some stone walls in. But is it happening? Is it happening? Ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be happening. Does he have a mark? Where is he trading to? He's not going to trade to the middle, right? He's not going to trade to the middle, right? He's got nowhere else he can trade to. It's got to be to the middle. Where's he going? Bro, you can't be trading to the middle. They're going to see you. Then they're going to say that Wham's trading. And then they're going to kill you because you're trading. Wham is trading. Wham's trading. Mom! Puppy paw. Mom, Wham's trading. It's like, Wham, stop trading. Oh, poor guy. He's going to get called out any second now. All right, let's take a little bit of a look here. Apparently it's the dock. Very well spotted by our dear chatter. Let me have a look at it's Drummer07. He actually came in today with his very first chat, and he spots it. He says it's actually the dock that he's going to be trading with. Very well identified. Kagamet Palace is online. We are seeing some fast Imperial strats coming through. This is one of my favorite ones. This is one that Corvinus 1 came up with. And, you know, I found this one so much fun. The only trouble is it's RNG. I wish you could pick which one you got. Because getting a Hui Hui Pow, getting 2 Hui Hui Pows when you're in this position, it's like, I don't know, Chief. That ain't it. That is not it. So with the dock being up, this serves as a neutral trading place. Is he not going to the dock? He's got to be going to the dock, right? He is going to the dock. We see the traders. So he's getting 74 gold. So you can't trade with a player who is alive, but you can trade with a player who is dead. And the reason that we do that is because we don't want people teaming up and being best friends and being like, hey, buddy, I'm going to trade with you and you're going to trade with me, and they get infinite gold together. We don't think that that's fair. But I think it's fair if you kill somebody, you should be able to trade with their dock, because that can be stopped. You don't have the power of 2 players to defend that dock. You got the power of 1 player to defend that dock. So I think that is an absolutely fine reasoning. And, you know, the question's going to be about whether it's discovered that Wham is trading or not. Let's check in with Beasty. Let's see how he's doing. He's got a pretty decent-sized military. Still in the castle age at the moment. I think he might actually be thinking about Imperial. Indeed he is. It's going to be the Wingard Palace, looking to get out perhaps some Wingard Rangers for himself. Meanwhile, we've got ourselves a lot of cavalry here defending up against the men-at-arms. Now, Sass is in the Imperial age as well. Is he Swabiad? He is Swabiad. He is Swabiad out of his mind. He's making vills. He's having a good time. We got more walls coming up as well for both of these guys on the south. And these are great walls. You know, if Sass got these walls up, Wham would be very happy. This is a very, very nice wall. Docks. Transport ship. Town center. What's the play here? The Carrack is probably not able to take out the town center. So we've got the new age now going to be coming through for Beasty. Reaching the Imperial age. Still sits very, very strong in this lobby, I would say. I think he is in... I wouldn't say prime position because he doesn't have trade. You get me, right? By the way, there's a relic back up here, and it's in the stealth forest. Did GUA like take it and dump it in the stealth forest, or has it just always been in the stealth forest? Or is my UI bugged? Because I don't see no relic. Is that it there? It might be under this tree, and I just can't click it. Maybe it's bugged. Oh god, I gotta be careful. Oh, it's a Yorishiro. Oh, thank you, thank you. It's a Yorishiro. Never mind. It ain't a relic. It looks like a relic. It smells like a relic, but it ain't a relic. You know what they say? If it flies like a bird, if it drives like a bird, it's probably a bird. Anyway, let's move on. Sorry. Sometimes I say weird things. Sometimes I'll start a sentence and I'll be honest, I don't know where I'm going with it. Where is that quote from? Is that a what's the name? Oh, man, that movie. You know the one I'm thinking of. Anchorman. Oh, it's from The Office. Okay, it's from The Office. Yeah, okay. That makes a little bit more sense. I really just want to like alt tab and just watch that video right now just to enjoy it. It's like sometimes I start a sentence and I don't know where I'm going with it. Yeah, it's a Michael Scott quote. God, isn't he such a beautiful human? Like there is, you know, in my retirement, one of the things I want to be doing is like I want to wake up every day. I want to play golf. I want to come home. I want to talk to my kids on the, what's it called? In the future, we're going to have like the Telegram. And then I'm going to sit down and binge The Office. Every single day of my retirement, man. Every single day. All right, let's check in with Zeron and see how he's doing. He's definitely like a little bit cramped for space here. You can feel it, but things aren't terrible. And it looks like we might have a 2v1 at the same time here. Crackety in the back corner. Oh my lord, the keep is in trouble. The king is in trouble. Crackety, you got to get army in position immediately. He's got no wall on this bottom side. He's got no way out. He's actually... Oh, there is one way out, technically. But I don't think he's going to like it. Jump up here. Come up and stand here on the gate. I don't know if the bombards will have the option. Oh, he's gone for a run. He manages to make it through. The king's on a blitz mission and does get through the army of men-at-arms. He's able to hold and defend a little bit longer. Meanwhile, towards the north, Beasty's going to be blitzing through as well. We've also got a counterattack coming in on the top side as villagers have been discovered up here. What is going on? There is action just unpacking at every single opportunity now. Absolute insane amount of units. Where's the king on this side? I don't even know where the king's gone. Where is he evacuated to? He's on the south. He's out next to the Hui Hui Pow. Meanwhile, it looks like this attack will be defended by Crackety. He's done a decent job to keep the head above water. His opponent, though, is significantly outscaling him at this stage. King is still running for dear life. Beastie numbers looking good. He's sitting right now at 235 population up against an opponent that's at 118. It seems almost certain this king is going to be heading to another castle. The question is about for how long. Meanwhile, towards that south side, another king on the run. Big attack coming through from Mattis. He's gotten angry. Wham is on the defense, but have a look at this. These are elite, upgraded Royal Knights, and they've got full HP, 364. They're fully upgraded. Mattis has decided to come online. He said, you know what, 26 minutes will do the timing. They all just started dancing at the same time, and we're doing our best to try and watch them all, and it's hard when you got so many things bouncing around, trying to keep an eye on every single damn one of them. Joan of Arc in the back, still level 3 at this stage, yet to get that hand cannon. Meanwhile, Beastie's still going to be pushing up. You're looking for the kill. Keep in mind the king was down here in a tower. We're playing King Watch at the moment. We're playing King Watch at the moment. Beastie needs to get into position. He's going to try his best to get there. Making a move around here. If the bombard goes down, Beastie, his opportunity will be diminished significantly. Meanwhile, back towards the main base. King is inside the keep. Oh my lord, it's happening everywhere right now. We need to jump that king out the backside. That's the way that we keep him alive. Meanwhile, men-at-arms, crossbows. Beastie's got the numbers here. He's just going to focus the king with one click, and that's it. Beastie picks up the kill, and Zeron goes down. Meanwhile, towards that top side, King is on the ground. No, King is alive. He's doing a high five. He's having a great time inside the keep. And Beastie says, thanks for the second one. Who's next? Beastie is a hung. Oh, my lord. The consequence of not bringing bombards with you. Imagine if you brought 2 bombards. I mean, to be fair, you probably could have brought 2 bombards through here. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not that far. This was an absolute massive mistake from Mattis. Huge mistake. How did he not bring the bombards? Or more importantly, how did he get the wall down but then not bring the bombards? Did the bombards get killed? Did he manage to take them out while they were traversing? Which would make sense. That's not a good trade there for Mattis. That is not a good trade. Couple of walls up towards that north side. Jeez Louise. Wham-O-1 defending for dear life, managing to keep it together, but it looks like some news has been discovered, ladies and gentlemen. Wham is trading. Oh no, Mattis may find it, and if he does, he will call upon the lobby. Oh, you know it. You know that he's saying it right now to everybody. Guys, Wham's trading. Wham is trading. He's playing as the Ayyubids, and he is trading. We need to take him out right now. He is trading. That's what's being spammed in the lobby. And you know what? Honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, you got to use your intuition as a player there to judge how serious that threat is. Because you don't know, right? Like, it could be one trader and it's not a big deal. Or it could be like 40 traders, in which case it's literally infinite gold for the rest of the game. So you really have to, you have to trust the person that's telling you the story, that they're telling you the truth. All right, let's check in on that south side as the siege of Crackety continues. Great bombards are finally out. I tell you what, he's taking his sweet time, 29 minutes into the game to see the first bombard. Jeez Louise, mate. Meanwhile, towards the back of the base, looks like we got the ultimate defense for the final landmark, the Istanbul Observatory. Ain't getting sniped anytime soon, that is for sure. Great bombard, teeing off. Gets off some good AoE damage here on the south side. Meanwhile, towards the north, we've got Mattis and Wham facing off against each other, positioning. And have a look at this. A single outpost from SAS saying, hey guys, do you mind if I just take a look here? I just want to make sure that you guys are actually fighting. And we just need to confirm. It's trust but verify. We're trusting what you're saying, but we need to verify it as well. All right, let's check in. See how the beast in the east is doing. This guy right now is the biggest threat in the lobby by far. The question is going to be about whether he can stay under the radar in this game enough to not get teamed up on. That is the big thing for me. He runs up. The enemy outpost has clearly spotted him. But will Mattis realize in time? There we go. We see the units now start moving back immediately. And the race is on. A lot of men-at-arms in here, a couple hand cannoneers as well. But keep in mind, there are Wingard footmen in this max. The Wingard footmen get a lovely little bonus against cavalry. These guys are like spears, but they just counter everything. Oh, this king is vulnerable. Oh, this king is vulnerable. Beastie, you want to get on the backside. Get your hand cannoneers up as close as you can. He's pulling bills to repair. Hand cannoneers are up. This is going to be it. I don't think there's any way out. King out of water. He's running his best. You can see the hand cannoneer is going to be trying to chase him. He's got nowhere to go. He's got a single dream right now. He needs these knights to get back in time. He needs to make his way towards that corner, but the men-at-arms together with the wing guards are running as fast as they can. Hand cannoneers as well. And the king goes down. Beasty picks up a third kill and puts himself into absolute pole position in this last game. He is driving the car right now, and it is going very quick. That was the fastest lap by far. Beasty, slow down, please. There's a yellow flag. And the yellow flag is in your base because it is flying high, my friend. I'm looking for a flag. Are there no flags in this game? I mean, there's a white flag, that's for sure. But Beasty ain't going to be waving it today. That is for certain. Instead, that was for certain. Come on, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'll take that. All right. Meanwhile, on the south side of the map, things are not looking so pretty. We do have the last landmark down here for Krakeny. You know, it was unfortunate for Krakeny. There were two players at the same time attacking him. It was really, really bad. And it feels terrible when that happens. And you know they're not coordinating or communicating. It's just one of those things where it's like both players just come online at the same time. And you're stuck in this awkward position where you can't attack either because if you attack one, then the third player will attack you. So it's very, very difficult. I don't know where the king is, though. Oh, the king's right in the back. So at this stage, there's 4 people. Sass is almost certainly going to be killing Krakeny, which is sad because we love Krakeny. But unfortunately, both of the Germans are going to go out. The trouble that I've got right now is that if he doesn't kill him quick enough, all of his army is going to be down here. And he needs to face off against Beasty. Like, the reality is Wham isn't going to be able to do it alone. Beasty's at 330 population right now, 167 military pop. And it is running down the middle at the base of Wham. We called it out early. We said, despite his proximity to Myriad, Beasty was in a great spot because even though he had someone to his north, they were pretty far away from him. Mattis was, you know, it was a fair mile away, and that's exactly what happened. He rolled over the top of Myriad. Keep in mind, Myriad is a very competent player, very good player, and that's the king going to be going down. We didn't watch it because we knew it was kind of happening anyway. But that is going to be Krakeny going out. Now, 5th player out today. And then there were 3. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the hardest parts of the game when it comes to FF. Oh, he's gone for landmarks. Oh, he's just going to go for landmarks. He's got to go now. You got to go now for the defense. Look at this. He's not going to get through it, though. He needs to go for the landmarks right now. Bombard's going to get caught on the backside. So many damn elite camel lancers. Beasty trying his best to snipe it out. He's got bombards in here as well, utilizing those Wingard footmen very efficiently. Taking a page out of my book. You guys remember those Wingard footmen only challenges? They were the way to do it. All the bombards about to go down. Meanwhile, Sass, where is he at? He's starting to move. He knows that it's got to be Beasty that he looks to. Beasty with a huge population booster or bonus at the moment. And have a look at this cleanup. Somebody called for a cleanup on aisle 3 because I tell you what, that is exactly what has happened. Have a look at that. Wow. Wham, in this position, had 66% of the army size that Beasty had. Beasty had 160 pop of army, and Wham was on like 101, 102, something around that area. So it is it's an impressive hold, we'll say that much. Beasty actually deletes the Wingard footman right there. Interesting decision. I wonder why he deleted them, right? Like they all just died at the same time. I wonder why. What's the reason? There's got to be a reason. Maybe he just didn't want to hear them dying. Maybe he's like, it's okay. So this is where it actually gets very hard for Beasty, because now he actually has to fight against 2 people. So the idea for him was quite simple. You snipe both of these landmarks before your enemy can snipe this player, this last player, and then all of a sudden it goes from being a 4-player game to being a 2-player game. And that's really easy for Beasty in his position, because now he just has a 1v1. Whereas if it's this awkward stage where there's 3 players, it's almost certain you're going to get teamed. And that was what I said earlier about staying under the radar. You can pick up those kills, you can pick up those extra points, but you got to remember at the end of the day, the big points comes in from the win. An extra point here and there is nice, but whether you're going to be able to stay under the radar long enough to be able to win the game is a different matter. And Wham, he's no slouch when it comes to defending, doing a wonderful job in this game. So very well defended to him. I tell you what, these camel lancers were impressive. But I suspect Beasty's probably going to be mixing in a few more spearmen into his army now. We see 35 spearmen for him at the moment. Whole bunch of men-at-arms. Whole bunch of hand cannoneers as well. Definitely doing the right thing. And so this is where... This is part of the reason why we don't actually give points for second place and third place. Because right now, they might be thinking about, instead of playing for first place, I might play for second place and get more points. That way, rather than, you know, getting a third place. So here, everyone's playing for first place. And that's what I like about the rule set that we've got at the moment. It guarantees that everybody here is going to be putting their best foot forward. They're going to try and be as dishonest and conniving as they can be. And that's what we want to see. Now, keep in mind, this whole time, Wham's trading. Wham is trading. So this is like an equally calling outable offense as like this guy's got 350 pop. But to be fair, like anyone with half a brain would be like 350 pop is the biggest threat in the game by far. Like that is insane. Because you've got to remember that when it comes to the way that armies work, we have what's it called? Lancester's Square. Google it. Lancester's Square. Go on, do it. Pause the video. Go Google it. Basically says the bigger the army gets with ranged units, the more quickly they dispose of the opponent, and therefore the less losses that you have on the side with the bigger army. And so basically that's the way that it works. So while Beasty technically has only got like an extra 40 or 50 population for military over SAS, that can actually translate into a much bigger lead because of that. There you go. Bringing out the military theory for you. How's that for you? It was quite... I remember when I was Googling about it, because I was like, there has to be a military term for what I'm like seeing here, where like the bigger the mass is, like the more quickly they dispose of the enemy units, and therefore like the more of them survive. And there is. There was a dude back in the 1600s from France. He 100% like he worked it out. I don't know if it was from France. I don't know if it was the 1600s, but he did the math. All right, cannon emplacement here, going to be looking to defend, and Beasty goes after the weakest link. He says, you know what? I reckon we can hold any Wham pressure, and we're just going to try and take out SAS. So SAS undoubtedly going to be on the blower, going to be saying, hey Wham, I don't know what you're doing up there, but I'm under attack. I'm going to need a little bit of help, so I don't know if you want to go attack his main base or what's going on, but we are in trouble. And this is where Wham needs to kind of like confirm. He needs to be asking the question like, okay, is there a scout I can send out here to get a bit more information? Can I build an outpost maybe and get a bit more information? Because this fight right here, this is great for Wham. This is exactly what he wants. The trouble is, if Beasty overwhelms his opponent, that's not what he wants at all. He wants him to fight as much as he can, but without dying or without killing his opponent. The numbers looking very, very solid for Beasty here. 350 pop maxed out. He's got about 20k resources in the bank. SAS, he's maxed out as well. About 11k resources in the bank. So a little bit of a stockpile there, but we do now start to see that Wham is going to be reacting. He knows that he needs to take Beasty out. Now, when it comes to Beasty and how we go about taking Beasty out, he looks quite open. I'm honestly... I take it back. He's quite closed. Beasty is closed for business. He is closed for king-killing business. That is for sure. So one of the ways that you can... like, you can go for something like this, right? Or you can do one of these. These are great, right? They keep the king safe. They make sure no snipes are going to come in. The other thing that you can do is like is this one here, which is the death trap. And good luck to you if you dare come in here and siege this. You have to go through these first, because if you don't, the king is just going to pop into this one, and then he's going to pop into this one, and the whole time I've got boiling oil that's spraying all over your troops. You're not sniping me out. And I can, you know, with the proximity of this landmark to these three keeps, there is no way that the king pops down here and can't get a garrison into these keeps. It's just not happening. So, Beasty having a great time at the moment. Plenty of gold coming through for him as well. Take a look at how he's doing. Lots of resources on the map. He's out and about. We start to see some rangers now coming through. Look at the size of that English army. Tell you what, the English are having a good day today, aren't they? Except if you're actually from Team England. Not so much of a good day. Sorry, Miriam. Sorry, just getting into position here. All right, Beasty now. He's a little bit confused here. Like, doesn't know which way to go. I don't know who to take out. You know, should I take out Wham? Should I take out SAS? Who's it gonna be? Where are the kings for these guys? So, SAS's king is just still in his TC. This is very snipeable. This is asking to be sniped. Like, to be fair, Wham could go and snipe that and then utilize the pop, but that's not a game-winning position. All right, to the top side. Keep in mind, Camel Lancers, melee units. So he wants to have an engagement where he can get as much surface area against this yellow army. If he doesn't do that, he's going to be in trouble. There's a lot of ranged units here. Beasty now taking the wall as well. A lot of these Rangers, they're Wingard Rangers. He's got 11 tiles of range on them. You can see him now firing down on the units below. Will take my axe and my bow. Have a look at the amount of range on these bad boys as they fire off their special arrows. Bombard's coming through. He's looking to try and take out that House of Wisdom. The numbers are looking good for him. He's got a lot more ranged units on the back now. Things are starting to look pretty for Beasty, and I think this might be it for Wham. The defense is going to be very hard to hold from here as the Bombards make their way up. He goes for the town center instead of going after the House of Wisdom because he knows that's going to be the primary one he has to worry about here. The House of Wisdom is easy, and the Wingard Rangers hold him back. Meanwhile, a secondary approach is coming. How many Bombards are in here? Don't tell me it's one. Don't tell me it's two. Oh, my lord, it's only two Bombards. You need more than that, my friend. Bombards now coming through. Where's that final king? Where is that king? I don't know if Beasty knows where the last king is. He wants to... We hear the Wallalols going off, but he needs to pop that. We did have a conversion. No, there was no conversion. Wham about to go down. One landmark. He's leaving the second landmark alive. He's taking it out. Beasty picks up the elimination. Wham is out of the game. And now Beasty, he needs to get back in time to defend, and he's just got himself 50 extra population to be able to do that. Actually, he hasn't got the 50 population yet. Where is that king? Where did that sneaky king get to? It's probably somewhere down here, right? I got no idea. He doesn't even show up on the mini-map anymore. We're never going to know where that king was. We'll worry about it later. Look at this Beasty inside the base, holding on for dear life, just still pumping non-stop. Look at the resources in the bank as well. You ain't getting through that, my friend. He's got more than 35k in there. There, he managed to find the king. He managed to find the king. He knew where... Oh, it was in the keep. Of course, it was in the keep. Manages to take out the landmarks, picks up the extra kill, and Beasty is absolutely destroying in this defense. This is only with half of his army. Keep that in mind. He's still got another... Actually, did he delete his army? I think he deleted part of the army so he could get reinforcements back here a little bit faster. Up to 400 population space now. Has spent a lot of resources on that defense, but you can see Bombards. He did his calculations perfectly. He knew exactly how much time he is. And we can see why he's one of the best FFA players in the world right here. Absolute solid defense coming out of Beasty Cutie here. Beautiful positioning. Wingard Rangers, so many of them. And I mean, at this point in the game, if SAS concedes, I ain't mad, dude. Like, I think you got one last hold. Like, the truth is, when it comes to how do you win this game, right? Because you can't beat him heads up. When I say heads up, I mean, like, you can't man fight him. You can't just put your army against his army. He's going to crush you. So you have to think outside the box. How am I going to win this? So landmarks is an option. When it comes to Beasty's landmarks, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all pretty close together, so that's definitely possible. You could do like a horseman. You could go for like a horseman timing. If you think you're gonna be able to survive. This is a really good trap as well. This is a good thing. If you're SAS right now, you want Beasty to take the sacred site, and you want him to sit here and defend, because that's going to give him a false sense of security that he's got a win condition. And as long as Beasty doesn't have stone walls, you're going to be able to get through. But the reality is, Beasty knows that. So he puts the stone walls in because he's thinking, he says, okay, how am I going to lose here? What are the things that could kill me here? And the truth is, like, 100 horsemen come in, take this out. Okay, that's fine. King jumps in here, and then the 100 horsemen go here, and Beasty goes, oh shit. And then they come here, and then they take this one out. And that's it, that's game. It's all over Red Rover. You're not going to win a sacred site. You're definitely not going to win a wonder at this point. That's the only way to do it. So whether he finds that or not is going to be the question. He's already got quite a bit of horsemen that are out here, but if Beasty can secure this sacred site, fall into that false sense of security that I'm winning through this, and kind of give SAS a bit of space, then it's different. But SAS is just going to push on the enemy English army. Look at the size of that army. Absolutely beautiful English positioning. The different tiers of fighting that you've got going on. You've got the hand cannoneers, the wingard on the back, the men-at-arms on the front. He is absolutely slaying right now. He's also somehow managed to get an outpost up just in time to provide that extra attack speed bonus. But I tell you what, SAS is doing a decent job, slowly bringing more and more units in. He's pushing back. There's so many ranged units here. Look at this Beastie even throwing in a little bit of micro. Why not when you got this many ranged units? I don't even know if it's going to be worth it or not, but there is such a solid defense coming out here from Beastie. A beautiful position, and that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Beastie Cutie taking out the victory in the third game of Outback Octagon 3. What a beautiful game from Beastie. Just honestly, just played perfectly. And can I just remark on how beautifully layered that army was at the back? The men-at-arms, the hand cannoneers, the rangers at the back. Perfect. Absolutely. Chef's kiss. All right, let's take a look here. So Beasty picked up a lot of kills, man. That was a huge amount of kills. So economy count, we see Beasty well and truly ahead as players fall out of the game. He was ahead for pretty much the whole game. He opened 2 TC into White Tower, which is one of the best strats, I think, in FFA. And then for military count, obviously everyone's still pretty close together when you compare it to the size of the armies at the end. But that is going to be it. We'll leave it here for you folks over on YouTube. Of course, we'll be live over here on Twitch every weekend. I don't know what the GMT is. I think it's 13 GMT, but I don't want to promise you that. So, yeah. Anyway, of course, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching.